Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I'm your host, Jose Garza, and tonight we are here to talk about some sports, some damn boxing, some damn football. But with me tonight is the OG Marco Monreal. And of course, it is no episode without the hater himself, the real true hater of the show, Jeff D. Lujan. As in, have you seen Canelo's these nuts? Exactly, dad jokes. You're welcome. That's where I'm at this stage of my life, guys. How are we doing, fellas?
They're good, man.
Good.
Good shit, good shit. Well,
Brought to you
guys,
by Sprite, zero sugar.
hey, we're not actually
Tastes just
sponsored.
tastes just like Sprite.
We're not actually sponsored,
Tastes just like Sprite.
but Sprite. If you want to go ahead and send us some
Fucking
cash,
crack.
we'll put green and yellow all over this area. We'll look like the
There you
Packers.
go.
Don't worry, we'll make it work. Obviously, guys, this past weekend, Saturday was great. Sunday was fun. Yesterday was okay as far as sports all around. But let's start with Saturday. Obviously, the big fight field. Undisputed champion versus undisputed champion. Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Great fight. We don't get to see these two legends like normally fight in the world of boxing. That's usually they kind of like to keep their space, kind of stay away from each other. You know, obviously they want money, and if you don't got enough money, they won't fight. Ask Floyd Mayweather, ask Manny Pacquiao, as a good example. But Jeff, as a guy who has been ragging on Canelo this whole weekend through our text thread, what did you think of the fight? Obviously, we saw Bud Crawford go out there when two judges scored it 7-5 for Crawford, and one judge scored it 8-4. How did you feel the fight went from your eyes?
Seriously, I haven't seen a beatdown like that since Shredder took the Ninja Turtles on that roof all them years ago. I thought Terrence dominated the fight. Yeah, Canelo was pressing in the beginning, but Terrence was getting the headshots. Canelo was hitting those body shots, and the announcer, big body shot. They weren't that big. And I just felt for Crawford having to move up 2 weight divisions. You know, usually that's a hard thing to do, right? To move up 2 weight divisions. I love this one.
There you go.
You know, usually you're at a disadvantage. You're not used to fighting at that weight. Your body feels a little different. I thought it was gonna be like a big factor, and it's crazy how Terrence just like he looked like fine, right? It didn't look like it was a thing for him, and I was surprised. I really thought it was gonna be closer. I was. You know, as the rounds were going on, I thought Crawford was dominating. It looked like he was smiling through his mouthpiece, and I think the closest Canelo got was that round 9 with the accidental headbutt, and Crawford was a little shook for that. Like, man, Canelo gave him a real good shot like 30 seconds after that headbutt, and it looked like I thought Crawford was like that. That was the worst part of the fight for me. Like, oh damn, it looked like Crawford was going to go down. He shrugged it off. And then just continue to dominate after that. It was just like a little setback real quick. But yeah, it was a great fight. I was hyped up. That fight was late. I couldn't go to sleep afterwards. I just couldn't I couldn't believe I felt like I was I don't know what's the word. Like you know, I'm always talking about people being overrated, this and that, right? Yeah. And I think you got to see it in real time. Crawford made Canelo look like an amateur.
Overrated.
And I get it. Like, again, Canelo, real great fighter. But, like, again, Kobe, Dwayne Wade, everybody has them up here. And I'm just saying they're right here. And Canelo was one of those as well. He's not going to go down as a legend. You know, he has some losses. Floyd, Crawford, that first draw to Triple G, that was a loss, but they gave it to him. I don't see, like, you know, and there's a big thing, you know, if you watch the pregame and all that stuff, like how Canelo, I just don't like his arrogance, right? Like how he was like, who have you fought? And Terrence was like, this guy. He's like, who? And it's like, dude, Canelo, like, your resume isn't the best either. You know what I mean? So like the disrespect he showed to not only Terrence, but those other fighters that Terrence had fought. And then you get whooped, like you can't do that, and I just don't like that attitude, that mama mentality. That's the ick that I have with some of these guys.
Is that what Canelo said? He had mama mentality.
Nah, like I give him that name that I don't know. I give it that. But yeah, I just thought he was disrespectful to him leading up to the fight. And I get it, they're supposed to build the fight and all that. But I don't know. Yeah, I just couldn't believe how poorly Canelo looked.
All right, Marquitos. Obviously, we're we're all Latinos here, but obviously we've been more pro Canelo than freaking Jeff has been.
Well, Canelo's from Jalisco, from where my family's from, so there's a little bit more closer ties there. I wouldn't even say Canelo is the top Mexican boxer of all time. Nevertheless, a top fighter of all time. Um, I think there always has been this. I think if one thing we could give credit to Canelo is carrying boxing for the last 10 years, 15 years, after Floyd came in and kind of held his ground. He's been the one kind of carrying it, being the face of boxing. Because if you want to say that Terrence Crawford was the face of boxing before this, he wasn't. We knew he was great. We knew he was pound for pound boxer, but he didn't have that kind of promotional. This is his first real big fight, and he's 37 years old. So that tells you a lot of things. Other than the Earl Spence, and even that, I don't think was a worldwide phenomena fight. You know what I mean? I think that, but in regards to fight, I mean, I think styles make fights, and at the end of the day, I think Crawford was the better fighter, and Crawford surely outboxed him. Anytime that Canelo was trying to get momentum and take the fight away from Crawford, Crawford would come in at the beginning of the rounds and light him up, and Canelo couldn't figure him out. Couldn't figure him out the whole fight. And it looked like Canelo was on his back foot the whole fight against him, trying to catch up, trying to figure him out. And Crawford landed the bigger shots, as Jeff had mentioned. So overall, Crawford, to me, I said it in our thread, to me, he's, for me, probably one of the GOATs, and for sure better than Floyd Mayweather. In my own, in my own world, and the way I kind of list boxers out. But take no credit away from Canelo. Canelo took a big risk taking this fight, as well as Crawford did. But I don't think that the up in weight is a bigger. I think people made it a bigger thing than it needed to be, because Canelo's not a big guy. Canelo's fighting at 168, which, if you want to actually argue about that, is a big weight class for him. He's a smaller guy. He's not a big guy. So when you saw Crawford and Canelo in the ring, to me, Crawford looked like he was at his best at that weight. It's kind of interesting. I'm kind of curious to see if he's going to do a rematch or if he's going to continue at that weight. But to say that the two weight classes was a big thing, yeah, it was. It's a risk, but at the same time, like, Crawford did what he did to do, and he beat him with finesse.
I guess for one of the reasons that I will be one of those people, I can admit, that said, like, going up the 2-3 weight classes that Crawford had to go up was going to be like a challenge for him, was just because you're right. Height wise, they're about even. I think half an inch difference, really. There's not really much there. But Canelo's also been fighting the upper classes too. And you're right. He's a small guy. Fighting Bivol was obviously crazy. A crazy test for him. But he went up there, and I respect him. He won some fights at a higher division, but he obviously couldn't get through Bivol. But I think we had put so much respect as far as what Canelo had done, the resume, the what he has put on in that weight class, that you just couldn't help but say he should be the favorite fairly. Because yes, while Bud has not fought the higher echelon names like as Canelo had, Canelo, at least at that weight class, was fighting guys like a Triple G, even Caleb Plant and other stuff, like guys that were on the rise or big names at the time. So what benefited Bud was that he didn't have to do any more weight cuts. Like, he saved himself so much of the dehydration, so much of and it helped, right? There was no rehydration clause for either guy. So they can be as big as possible come fight night. So I think
which is rare too. Which is rare. It's very rare.
Yes,
because big fights like that,
especially from an A side, agreeing that, like Canelo, because Canelo was the A side, as he was a defending champ at the time. Him agreeing to that really allowed Bud to come out at his complete best, in my opinion. So props to that. Now, Jeff, I completely disagree that this takes away how great Canelo was. Canelo still has his resume. If anything, at least he fought guys more closer towards their prime than guys like Floyd or, other things like that. And Marco, you're right. I would consider Oscar as the more better Mexican boxer. Julio Cesar Chavez as well. Canelo's not the guy, but he's been essentially today's guy. After those guys have long retired. So I don't think this fight really affects his legacy. He'd already lost to Mayweather and Bivol. He already had 2 losses going into this. There's no real legacy breaker here. If anything, this just enhances Bud more, which is we do have to give respects because what Bud did out there was basically almost what Bivol did, but at a faster rate. Because he would get into those, he would get in there, right, tuck it inside, and he would eat everything that Canelo would throw, and he would throw back much harder. And what was it, the 11th to 12th round when he freaking basically snapped Canelo's neck back for the first time I ever seen that shit in my life? I mean, that was crazy. So, I mean,
yeah, because it wasn't the same as Mayweather, where Mayweather was running all over the ring. Crawford had purpose to what he was doing, and not only was he moving around the ring, but he was getting into those spots where he was trading with Canelo. In the Mayweather fight with Canelo, where Canelo was a lot younger, Mayweather was older, and you're also talking about the rehydration clause they had on Canelo. It was a completely different fight. And Crawford, I mean, not only did he move a lot, he didn't let Canelo cut the ring. Canelo's really good at doing that, cutting off the ring off people, getting them into situations where you're stuck and you have to trade with them. So, I mean, Crawford not only traded with him, but was the better trader. So, yeah. I mean, shout out to him.
Yeah, Jeff, I mean, I know you dislike Canelo for your reasons. I'm not, but you do have to admit that at least Canelo, compared to a lot of other boxers, like high-end boxers, he does take up most of the challenges. I know the whole David Benavidez thing is something that people are going to criticize him over, and I think at this point, that fight's probably never going to happen. But I mean, other than that, he's fought the creme de la creme, to be fair.
Yeah, and Canelo, he has a resume. I just like to give him a hard time. I think it's more the fans, right? The fans hype him up so much, and I was like, yeah, I mean, obviously he's a good fighter, right? He's a great fighter, but I just didn't have him top. You know what I mean? That's all. You know what I mean? Everybody just likes to get so exaggerant. It's like, oh yeah, we're in San Antonio, right? You hear about it, it's just like, oh come on, dude. And I wasn't a big fan of the Triple G series. I think that's why I get a little angry. Like I said, the first fight, I really did think Triple G won that fight with the jab. He had more jabs, and they called it a draw. It was obvious fix. It was just one of those where it was an obvious fix. Second fight, better competitive. You could have called that one a draw. Canelo was probably the better one. And then, of course, at that last fight, Triple G, I forgot to write that. He was 40 years old, and he just dominated him. Yeah. And, I just think if they would, and I do think on that, we talk about running away from fights or whatever, just like the Mayweather and Pacquiao that happened, 4 or 5 years too late, or 3 to 5 years too late. I think Triple G and Canelo could have fought more at both of their primes, or they would have just done the fight. And then, Canelo's like, I want to build up the fight for 2 years. And it was just a strategy to me to get Triple G older and older and older. And he probably, he learned that from Mayweather. You got to be smart about your fights. And I just think if they would have fought earlier, I think Triple G would have dominated him like Crawford. But I think that's where a lot of my anger comes from.
No, I get it. But okay, so
give him 3 fights.
Yeah, there was one was super later, which is obviously post the Bivol fight, which really didn't matter. Those first 2 were great though. Yeah. And I agree, Jeff. I'm with you. Triple G did win that first one. There's not a question about it. Everyone knows that one judge wasn't in on it. The fix was in. Somehow she still got her boxing license back to judge again. So it was crazy. But I feel that's more promoter maybe based. If we're going to go into conspiracies and stuff like that, that's more promoter based than it is, fighter based. Because we've seen it. Canelo's already lost twice since that fight. Could he have lost more with that first Triple G, and if he had taken certain other fights like David Benavidez? Sure, maybe we might never know.
Let's don't get the Benavidez thing. to me, I don't get the Benavidez thing. Why would you fight Benavidez? I agree. Like, to me, it's like, if I have Terrence, biggest fight of all time, what is Benavidez going to do? Like, Benavidez didn't really bring anything to the table.
Think of it as John Jones and Tom Aspinall. Same capacity.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's like, why do I want to fight you now that I'm older and slower? And it's like, not the same. It's like, you're in your prime, buddy. Like,
because
you got more to prove.
Because the argument is that others did that for you to make your name higher, like Triple G, Floyd. Like, those guys were older when Canelo got the chance to fight them. And, you know, it's that's the argument they use for John Jones. And it's like, you pay back what they gave, what the older generation gave you, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I'm disagreeing with it or anything like that, but nonetheless. All right, Jeff, you're obviously the elder statesman here. You have your AARP card and everything in this group. And I'm just kidding. Jeff's like only like 3 years older than me. Where does Bud, with this victory, with this awesome victory for him, 42-0, 37 years old, as Marquito said, possibly could retire if he wanted to. Where does this put them in all-time rankings?
I would have to really look at it to rank him, but like again, like I think everybody gets real excited, and I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to call him the GOAT, right? I'm not going to say he's the best ever. I think he's definitely a legend. You know what I mean? You're going to look back at him as one of the. He is going to be up there, right? He's one of the greats. But as far as like this GOAT business, I can't go that far with it. You know, yeah, like I'll just remember him as one of the. Like, what do you call him? Like a Bernard Hop, like just a guy that that was a real fighter. When like that was a good fight, right? Because they went toe to toe. They both didn't back down. We weren't running away. You know, like we are talking about with Mayweather, right? Like Mayweather was more of an Olympic boxer. He would get his points in, get his shots in. They weren't powerful, but he got his touches in, and he'll win the fight, right? With his defense and all that. But that fight, it was almost like a heavyweight fight, right? Like it was just so exciting, them going toe to toe, not backing down, and yeah, like you were talking about that one counter he got, that like the one that everybody's showing, but I like that little punch that he gave him, that little like
the straight left,
yeah, that little, I don't know, they were like real close together. It was closer to the end, and you could tell it rocked Canelo, and it was like one of those punches where like there wasn't even a lot of like space in between.
It was a check hook, the check hook. It was like at the end.
And that just reminded me like of. You know, it just reminded me of the old days of boxing. You know what I mean, right there. But Terrence Crawford, definitely one of the greats.
But give Canelo credit, because at the end of the fight, he didn't make any excuses. Yeah. He said, all props.
No. Jeff, for people who don't understand our group text, Jeff came up with the dumb Jake Paul tweet. Why is he putting his hands up? That's stupid. You lost.
Every boxer does that. Jake Paul did it.
It's worse. Jake Paul ran up the ropes and put his arms up when he fought Tommy Fury. He didn't win that fight for shit.
Like, but that's what I'm talking about. You're talking about Jake Paul.
Brother's weird. Canelo, you're the one that put it in the chat.
You put it. He lost, but it was the same point I had when I saw it.
You and Jake Paul being in the same group is not a good thing.
They say that at the end of a fight, the two boxers that fought, that like no matter what, they know if they won or lost, right? They know. You know what I mean? Like
fighters do it all the time. Jeff.
Yeah, they look at it all the time. But that's what I'm talking about. You want to put Canelo way up there. Like I just don't act like a Jake Paul, right? Like he lost it there. He shouldn't have put up his hand at all. He should have just.
Jeff.
Yeah, but then I would have get it, Jeff, if he would have been at the end of the fight and been like, nah, I won. The judges got it wrong. But he didn't. He said, what did he say? He said, I couldn't figure him out.
Exactly.
He got the win.
So he knew that. He knew he shouldn't raise his hand.
Yeah,
he already knew.
No, he said, okay, you got to remember, just like how they promoting the fight beforehand, you got to promote the anticipation winner. Canelo knows that. He's a sportsman. Like he knows this craft. He knows his game. He has over 65 pro fights. Like
crazy.
He knows this shit.
20 years.
So what you're saying, like to give his fans that false hope, like, oh, I could have won. Or
no. It's just in general. He's an entertainer. He's a promoter himself. He knows, like, hey, just put your hands up. Just say whatever. You never know what these judges are gonna go do it.
Yeah.
Triple G fight is a perfect example.
Yeah. Well, that was
you
my
just
point.
never know.
Yeah.
But exactly. He's not going to portray himself as like he thinks he's lost. Now, obviously, once the judges' scores came out and the results are, he's going to be humble. He's like, absolutely. It was nice seeing Bud give him his titles back. Obviously, he gets his own fresh ones. He doesn't need those. Yeah. But I know the representation looked nice as hell. And I do hope that if we do see a rematch, I do hope we see a more improved Canelo. Obviously, Bud's a tough task in general for anyone at this point. But Bud could also just retire. I mean, and that's fair game for him if he wants to. 37 years old, he's free to retire.
He looks so good, though. I don't think he is. I don't really think he is. He's going to try to keep going. He's going to try to do something else. We'll see what he does. I think he's still got some big fights left in him. He looks sharp, man.
Well, apparently UFC lightweight champion Ilia Topuria is trying to make that boxing fight happen.
Ilia's not. He's not Conor, bro. He needs to stop acting like Conor.
Hey, I mean, if it happens, it's funny.
Yeah, I think if they do it quick, like if they do it next year, March or was it May, and if it's a 50-50 split, you know what I mean, give him his due. I think Terrence will do it. To make that $80 million.
Oh yeah, because I mean, Canelo made over. I mean, the fight deal with the Saudis was way over $100 million for 3 fights, not counting what he's making off other sponsorships and other like that. So I think Crawford only got like 50 or something like that.
He got 10. I thought it was 150 to 10.
Yeah, it was like 150 to 10.
Crawford really?
Crawford didn't get anything for it.
So that's what I'm saying. If they offer him 80 for this next,
he's A side. No, it might even be a 70-30 split. Because you know what, Crawford's going to be A side now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I think that might entice him, but he's not real big on that, right? Like if you watch that show, he he's one of those that he ain't going to buy a $200,000 car. You know what I mean?
Well, as long
I saw that Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Well, as long as what's his name, Turkey Al Sheikh is the one providing the money, the blood money for it, the fight will happen.
I think it'll happen.
So, by the way, before we move on and we'll be done with the boxing things, guys. Glad to talk about it. The fight was amazing. So, and of course, the anticipation for it was great. How do we feel about if Turkey Al Sheikh, who's basically now running almost every sport in the freaking world right now, how do we feel if he becomes like the main promoter for boxers out there? Because obviously, we got to see some fights this year that people wanted to see, and of course, some were lackluster, and like this one was great. But like we're seeing fights that we want to be meshed up. Are we good with this guy, or we obviously know Saudi blood money, Turkey money, and a little worried about that on that stuff? You tell me, guys, how we feeling?
Yeah, I to tell you the truth, I guess I'm not into UFC and all that. It's the first time I saw Homeboy, but like I did notice that he was like everywhere, right? He gave that.
No, he's not UFC, just so you know.
Oh, so what is he?
He's independent.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's even flag football.
Bro, he's getting the NFL players
everything.
to come do Fanatics flag football. Tom Brady's coming out of retirement for that.
Is that what that announcement was last night?
Yes. Yeah. He's got WWE over there. That's
what I thought, WWE.
Marquitos, tell me, he's got his own soccer team from
soccer
league.
He has everything. I mean, anything you can think of.
He's like his own entity, Jeff. He's not even like with anyone permanently.
No,
like
he's his name.
It's just him.
That's crazy.
He's got all that money, bro. Blood money.
I mean, he's probably to be fair, he's probably a trillionaire. He just doesn't say he's a trillionaire.
He's
those
just
Saudis are crazy, man.
He's just under billionaire.
Those Saudis have way more money than people can even think of.
I bet you the walls are all built by the cash. You break down the wall, you see a cash flow come out. But anyways, do we feel more better with them going, I guess, this independent route versus like a promoter, like fully based? Like, are we liking this?
Yeah, because he's getting fighters to the table to fight. I mean, if you look at the undercard, it had a lot of real good, competitive younger fighters that you think wouldn't have fought each other so soon in their careers. So I think overall he's doing a good job, and I think what's good about the non-promotional thing is because of the same thing we're talking about is that you're able to bring in these fighters with no strings attached. And it's like, I'm going to give you big money to do this, and you're going to do it for the fans and not anything else. He doesn't care about making more money. I promise you that. He cares about, like, literally, I feel like he's invested in the entertainment of bringing the best of the world. I think that's what he's trying to do. So, shit. Keep it going, man.
Yeah,
that was a good fight.
I can't tell you where the money comes from, but it's going back to the sports athletes. So
oil.
Right. We got comments here. Our boy, the sports mailman, Triple G was robbed in fight one. He was, absolutely. Boy Milton says, Bud all time, top 10 easy. GOAT? I don't think he can be objectively. And he has a joke for Marquitos. What does Marco's fantasy team and Chiefs have in common? LOL.
That's crazy. No fucking running backs.
Ilya would get KO'd in a boxing bout versus Bud. And then not a fan, his blood money. I don't want it associated with all these sports that have morals. Sports don't have morals, bro.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Boxing has always been dirty. Like if that's what it takes to get boxing back to where it was, I mean, that's just the way it's been,
Yeah.
So, all right, fellas. Well, that was great. We'll see what the next big boxing fight they can make. Obviously, there's a lot of anticipations. Obviously, October is a big UFC month. Jeff, if you ever want to get into MMA, let me know, bro. We'll host a UFC party and invite you over.
Cool.
But this past weekend, we had some fun football games. Some, not all. Some surprises, some big moves. But Jeff wanted to really close in on what he believes is the greatest toilet bowl game ever. And that was between the Dallas Cowboys, his Dallas Cowboys, or his formerly. I don't even know where he's at this point. He said his relationship status is complicated, okay? Versus the New York Giants, who, again, they're complicated as well. So, obviously, that was a big high-scoring game. Bad defenses, great moments, great passes, great catches. Jeff, talk to me. Why do we want to talk about this game, and why is it the greatest toilet bowl game ever?
Because, man, that was just comical. You know what I mean? They got Russell Wilson throwing for 450 yards on him. How bad of a defense do you got to be? I mean, I get it. He's just throwing it up to neighbors, okay? They got two guys on him, and they're not close to him, But, man, and Jerry Jones, like if he gets excited after that win, like if the Cowboys can do something and he gets clowny, like, dude, come on, that ain't
he's a clown.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable, but it's just funny, right? Like I don't know that used to be primetime Giants and Cowboys. They finally take it. They said that's the first time it's been at 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock for us, and then it's the greatest game of the weekend. And it's just because there's no defense, right? And Giants is supposed to have a decent defense, and I'll give Cowboys that. Their offense with Pickens and CD, with Dax playing back to where he was playing before the injury and last year. And, yeah, like that offense is going to be able to move the ball with Javonte Williams playing like he's looking good, right? But, I mean, Cowboys to me just don't got a chance because their defense is all-time bad, right? Just like it's always been, right? They could just never get that D in line. But yeah, it was just a funny game. Like Russell Wilson, I was calling him washed when he was back with Denver. The Steelers gave up on him. He goes to the Giants, and it looked like to me like he was about to be benched after last week, and then he puts up 450 on the Cowboys. I mean, I don't know. It was just, both of those teams ain't doing nothing this season, right? It was just like one of those games, fantasy galore points. And it was just an entertaining game, right? Just like for your Sunday early game.
Marco, what did you think of this game? Obviously, it was a high-scoring game, second to Buffalo and Baltimore the week before. Freaking two receivers went over 140 in receiving yards for the Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors, 3 touchdowns combined. I mean, how'd you feel about the greatest toilet bowl game ever?
Brandon Aubrey's a GOAT. That guy is something else, man. I mean, if from a kicking standpoint, that guy is pure, bro. That is a needle in the rough. That is a star. Pay that man. Do whatever you do. Pay that man. Keep him forever, because there's not a lot of kickers out there. He's stone cold. But away from that and going to the game, yeah, like Jeff said, terrible defenses. I mean, it was just like I was watching that at work, and the atmosphere at work is interesting because there's a lot of people in the room, and it's like they have all these screens up, and it feels like you're at a bar almost. It's kind of It's very interesting. It's in Dallas, so there's a lot of Dallas fans there, obviously. But the eyes of the game, and there was a lot of eyes. Russell Wilson, I mean, I was critiquing him the first game, right? Because I said, Russell Wilson, you're not cooking no more, bro. You're down to cooking up stuff in the microwave. You putting stuff in the microwave, heating it up, and it's still bad. It's like
Damn
when
you.
you put a hot pocket in the microwave and it's still cold in the middle. That is Russell Wilson. Okay, that's the cooking. That is the cooking he was doing. But to come into Dallas and throw up what he did, even though it may have been with his eyes closed and just hoping for the best, Malik's out there somewhere. It was super cool to see. At least for
Wandale was
Russ.
somewhere out there, bro. Too, like
Wandale
goddamn.
Robinson. I mean, this guy. It was crazy to see. I love the part of the. There's a. I don't think anybody clipped it. I haven't seen it online, but it was during the game. It was right after he threw the maybe game-winning touchdown at the end of
The go
expiring
ahead
time.
touchdown, yeah.
That go-ahead touchdown. He comes off to the sideline, and the coach is like, "You did it." He said, "No, that's God." Hey, that's Russ for you, bro. That's cinematic.
I'm not laughing because
30
it's
for
God,
30.
but if you've
That's
heard
God.
if you've heard our conversations, we know how corny Russ can be. That's why.
But he was ready for his 30 for 30 moment. I know he was. The comeback of the century. The Cowboys defense is bad. The offense is good. They really need to figure out the secondary because it felt like someone was open the whole game, starting off from first touch.
And honestly, like it's not. We'll get into it maybe later on. That immediately makes you question why the Eagles couldn't throw on them, right? Because I guess like Saquon, the running backs caught a lot, but like, okay, how did AJ Brown never get open to catch a big time play? Devontae Smith, same thing. Like, wait a minute, but Russ with these guys, wait a minute, a lot of questions. But anyway, that's another story. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Jeff, you're not kind of wrong about the toilet bowl part. None of us really thought these two teams would even go to the playoffs. To be fair, I think none of us had them going that far. So for them to put up this spectacular game with obviously the false intentions that they're good, like it's crazy because freaking Alex in the group chat was like, "It's go over. GG. New York is gonna win this," and then freaking no. Tell me why. In the exact way, the final play of our football game during the combine, the receiver is running the hashes. Marco, aka Russ, throws down the middle, and then Jeff intercepts it. Exact same way. Why did that? That's the first thing that went down. I was like,
can't throw.
Where did he throw it
to? You're talking about that Russ pick at the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was exactly how me, you, and Marco was when you intercepted him.
It's like he ran out of gas. That play before where
it's like,
I guess
the adrenaline was coming down,
and he threw it like behind the line of scrimmage. He was
My
done.
Lord was here for those other big three plays, but not for this one.
No, he abandoned him.
I will say too, like at all levels of that Dallas defense is a problem right now. I mean, you're talking about the pass rush is a problem.
Imagine that a pass rusher. Woo!
I mean, people want to go. I mean, that's the biggest story of the year, I think, so far still, is them trading Micah. But, like, they might be a lot better right now with him.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Be 2-0.
That secondary doesn't seem like they're on I know they have a few injuries, but still, I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks tough. It's going to be hard. You're going to have to put up 40 every game.
Well, I'm glad we can agree that we still don't have any expectations from these teams. Giants get the Chiefs next week, and Dallas gets the Bears. So Dallas might win just because the Bears are doo-doo, and the Giants, I don't think they'll win. But at the same time, we don't know what Chiefs we're gonna get this week. That's the question. So we'll get into it right now. Milton says Dallas defense is doo-doo.
Yeah.
And wild thing is that Dallas, especially Dak and Williams, would possibly be 2-0 if they kept Micah. Yeah. Jerry's been paying everyone else since Micah left. Crazy, right? Yeah. But speaking of Micah, Thursday Night Football, Washington lost to Green Bay Packers. Washington, Jaden Dennis is hurt. Are we confident in Washington Commanders to even make the postseason right now, guys?
Not with Jaden hurt. I think Jaden is their lifeline, in my opinion.
And that poor defense, too.
Because Scary Terry is not the Scary Terry of last year or the year before. Seems like he's still looking for the ball and he's still looking for the contract somewhere.
He got the
So
contract.
he
He got
better
the
start.
contract, so he's not balling.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to figure it out.
Yeah. So how long is Jaden out right now? I just saw 1 week, right? Or is it more?
If they evaluate him and they take him out this week, he might come back the following week. It's a knee sprain, so they're hoping it's not too bad. Obviously, he's not getting the evil turf toe plate that's going around right now. But you never know.
I have confidence in him if he's healthy. Of course, they've had a tough schedule to start the season. Green Bay's starting off hot with that Micah trade. They're not, they're playing real well. And who did they lose to the first week?
The first week they beat the Giants.
Oh, they beat the Giants. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but yeah, of course, him and Scary Terry aren't on the same page right now because Scary Terry was holding out, and then you could tell he built up a good connection with Debo. I can't believe how good Debo's looked, and I think with that, like as long as Jaden's even 80%, I think they're fine. I mean, right now it's only been 2 games. There's a lot to get excited about, but that guy, he'll start clicking with Scary as the time goes on.
Yeah, but I just think they need a run game too, especially now with. I mean, not that Eckler was the same force he was a couple of years ago, especially after the injuries he's had.
Trading Brian Robinson looks bad now.
Right, it looks very bad, and to me, it's like if you can't run the ball, I mean, you can tell they're not a balanced team at all. They almost have the same issues as we do over there in the Chiefs. It's a similar issue right now. You got no one in the backfield that you can hand it off to, and that's going to give you those, those crucial, keeping those third down short, getting you across the sticks when you need them. Those type of players. So I think they need to figure that out. Maybe they'll make a move. Who knows? But that run game, they need it. They need it bad.
Packers looking like a top 3 team right now. So early on, scary defense, offense. I'm okay with probably out dueling, but it's the defense that I'm worried about. So we'll see how that goes. Jaguars lost 27-31 to Jake Browning's Bengals. Joe Burrow's out for 3 months, probably out for the rest of the season. Marco already dropped him in fantasy. And I think this game was more the Jaguars were better, but Trevor Lawrence threw the game away. Do y'all agree?
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. There was. I didn't get to watch the Jags game, but I've talked about it a lot. They made a lot of bonehead plays. They went for it right on 4th. They did everything that the Jags do to lose a game. Trevor looks decent at times, and then he looks horrible at the end of the game. I don't know. I don't get how you lose that game with Burrow going out. Yeah,
Alex, I just told the guys I said that the Jaguars lost this game. The Bengals didn't really win it. And for me, it had a lot to do with Trevor Lawrence. Do you agree with that sentiment, or how do you feel?
Yeah, because most of the game they were pretty much in the lead with when Joe Burrow was in there, and Joe Burrow wasn't playing too bad either.
No, it wasn't.
Second half, I don't know what happened. I mean,
he tore some ligaments.
I'm thinking of my brace, dude. It fucking hurts right now.
Yeah.
Out of the 30 for 30.
Well, the Bengals have no run game right now. They 47 yards of rushing. Jake Browning throwing the ball to everybody out in the field, not just his receivers. He's throwing it to the defenders as well. And somehow, some way, Jacksonville loses this one. And look, I thought Jacksonville would look better this year, and they do. Like they look better. Yeah. You shouldn't lose this game the way the Bengals are playing, how badly the offensive line is, how the defense has been lazy, and somehow, some way. Okay, how do y'all feel that Brian Thomas Jr. had a better connection with Mac Jones than he does with Trevor Lawrence? How do y'all feel about that?
I don't know. Mac Jones looking all right in San Francisco. And you're right, because that's what I heard. Brian Thomas dropped a big play, right? At the end of the game, didn't it hit him in the hands and he dropped it?
It hit him in the hands, but it looked like he almost gave up on the play because from what it looked like, from what everyone's saying, Brian Thomas was taking business for himself because he probably felt Trevor Lawrence was putting him some hospital balls, putting him in danger. So, I mean, obviously, there's 12 targets thrown to BTJ, and he only caught 4. So there's a lot of issues
I hate
going on
that.
there.
I hate that shit. I hate that shit. That's so fucking soft to me. That is so soft. When they
From
talk about from Brian Thomas Jr.'s
okay,
standpoint of hospital ball, shut the fuck up. You're making millions of dollars to be in the NFL, and if you want to win, you're gonna put your body on the line no matter what. Like, fuck out of here with that. That's so fucking stupid, in my opinion. That narrative is so dumb to me. Like, play football, bro. Catch the fucking ball and do what you get paid to do. The risk, the risk is with the reward. You get paid a lot of fucking money to play football. You also get a lot of money in case you get hurt. So that's my stance on that. I don't like that shit. That was just my gripe.
but to be fair, we've been also critical about Chris Olave being able to stay on the field too. So like, and we know how many hospital balls he's been thrown in situations too.
Like Michael Irvin, they always do the slant or the bang eight, and that's what literally like ended his career. Was putting his body in the line. He could have died catching those kind of balls. I mean, yeah, high risk, high reward, but I don't think it's like Chris Olave and like Michael Irvin. Those are the type of receivers that don't care about their body and they throw their body around. But in Michael Irvin's case, that could have killed him. I don't know. I mean,
we gotta remember too, like
it's kind of tough to say though, because I mean, you do get paid a lot of money, but then
what's the money good for if you can't walk?
Yeah,
or you can't think.
It's 50-50. I don't know.
It's tough because it's like I understand your point, Marco, because it's like, dude, bang bang, like it's football, like we can't be soft, but at the same time too, like we're more educated about head injuries these days, and we've seen like past guys who have gone are going through shit now. And then obviously these guys don't want to end their careers too quickly, right? They want to be able to. The goal is to make it to your second contract, because your second contract will be your biggest contract, right? Not unless you're Dak, right? Your third contract's your biggest contract. But in Brian Thomas' case, it's probably your second contract that will be his biggest. And so you want to be able to make it there. And so it is tough because even Liam Cohen on the sidelines, he's telling, hey, throw him to the chest. It's right there. Throw him the chest. And then Trevor's just waving it off like, fuck that shit. He needs to catch it. Like, there's an imbalance in the locker room right now. And I think
my argument to that is that the player is protected more than ever now. You're protected from those hits that maybe Michael Irvin went through. You know what I mean? Yeah. In his time, where targeting wasn't a thing. Now it's different. The player is more protected now, in my opinion. So I don't know. I think that's kind of soft. I get it. Protecting your money, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, this is the difference between teams that want to win and the teams that don't really want to win. And you see it. It's culture. It's culture at the end of the day. So hopefully Liam can build that. And if he can't, then you're going to have to get the fuck out at some point, probably.
Well, it's probably honestly the mistake of the Cons for freaking paying Trevor Lawrence early. We're seeing a lot of quarterbacks that got paid big money, and they're not earning that keep right now.
Nope.
Milton says definitely not. BTJ caused the pick, also drops caused them to not pick up the first to ice it. Trevor has his flaws, especially on not protecting his wideouts. However, this game BTJ had the costly plays, and then he says, I think that's a negative on Liam. You can tell that privately. You don't need to make a statement like that. I mean, to be fair, they're right. But if you're trying to make a message at the point on the field, like, hey, do it now. Like, there's no point in putting it to the side, right? The game's on the line. But anyways, that's just sad how that went, because they could have won. And now the Bengals are 2-0, but they have no quarterback or no real QB1.
So my question is now about the Bengals. Who do they go and get? Because they're gonna have to do something, you don't think? Or you stick?
They have Brown when Burrow went out when they were 5-5 2 years ago. Browning went 4-3 the rest of the way. So I mean, he's comparable. I would say like they were in talks with James to trade for Jameis, so maybe they can get that route. That'll be a nice, fun 30 for 30.
I saw Shador getting thrown out.
The Browns wouldn't.
I saw that getting thrown out there.
The Bengals wouldn't. The Browns wouldn't do the Bengals their own division rival favor. Even though
you think Kirk,
unless they don't think it's a favor.
I don't think they want to pay Kirk and Joe Burrow big money at the same time. So I think Kirk's out of the question. Kirk is gonna go to a team that probably needs a quarterback and has the money, which would be like Washington or Cleveland.
And so there's, he won't go back to Minnesota for a year.
I don't think they have the money for it.
Damn.
Because he's getting paid $45 right now a year.
And that's the whole reason, because they paid JJ all that money.
No,
Jefferson. Sorry.
Yeah, Jefferson. All right, Alex, your Bears got a 50-piece on them by the Lions. Who a lot of us thought probably the Lions were done, but Dan Campbell said, "I'm the best coach out of this group, not Ben Johnson." How did you feel about that game, Alex?
It was pretty good up until everybody started getting hurt. They were going back and forth, and then we made 2 3-and-outs. Then TJ went out, and then Jalen went out, and that was pretty much it. Caleb looks pretty decent. I mean, doesn't look bad. He's making some progress. I like the way Ben Johnson's handling his the way he calls the game with him. I would have thought that they would have had more 12 personnel, in my opinion, but I don't know. It was.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all drafted Loveland for. You're not going to use him.
I mean, like I told you guys, Jose, like I don't think this team's a playoff team this year. I mean, they still got a long ways to go to see how they look with this new system. And then it's kind of hard for Dennis Allen to call his fucking game whenever he don't have
his full defense,
a star pass rusher. So we'll see.
Jeff, is Detroit back?
I don't think Detroit's back. I mean, they haven't left, right? I mean, so this is the thing with Detroit. They lost their coordinators, right? Yeah. They're going to go through – it's going to be rough for them. Yeah, they look good at home against Ben Johnson, against the Bears, but those games against, better teams, they're going to struggle, They're going to be competitive, but when you lose your coordinators like that, there's going to be a little setback, right? Dan Campbell can't fix that he can't put out all the fires, right? So they're going to be good. I mean, like Goff got confidence now. They're going to compete. They got studs, right? They got Gibbs and was it Amon, what's his name? St. Brown. They got a team and they're used to winning, right? They know how to get it done. It's just they're going to be a middle of the pack. I think they're going to lose a lot of games close to good teams. And until they get, the right coordinators back and the new systems in place, like they're going to take a step back, of course, this year and be back next year and the year after that.
All right. Rams beat the Titans 33-19. Anyone want to talk about that, or we can move on?
To move on.
All right.
I mean, you got just Devontae and Puka killing it, right? And man, I wish the Titans had a little better team for Cameron.
Cam, he looks good. He's
good. He looks good.
Now that first touchdown pass, ill-advised, but fucking looks good.
Oh fuck!
That's how he
across
plays.
The field, across your chest, across your chest. Oh god! I mean, that was nasty.
Yeah.
Patriots beat the Dolphins 33-27. Is the Dolphins cooked? Is Mike McDaniel cooked? Is it over?
Yeah, that's over.
I told you that was going to be a game that I was going to actually watch. It was actually pretty competitive for the most part, but you could tell the Dolphins don't want to play for him anymore.
I don't even want to play.
I don't think the Dolphins want to. I don't think the Dolphins want to play for Tua, and I don't think the Dolphins want to play for Mike McDaniel.
And
Tua's garbage. I'm sorry, but that guy is so bad.
Yeah, they gave him the money, and his brain's a little scrambled, and he's not looking like he did 2-3 years ago.
If Tua's bad, Jalen Hurts is bad.
If Tua's bad,
I never said Jalen Hurts. Who's saying Jalen Hurts is good?
I'm just saying because he got benched for Tua.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean it's bad. That just means Nick Saban went for the different decision.
No, it's because Tua had a stronger arm. For sure.
That was 4 concussions ago, so like
that was like 4 concussions, hip surgery, and the ice age.
Look, that was the only game Miami could win in a while. They got the Bills.
We haven't beaten them in Miami because it's always so hot for us. In 6 years, we haven't beaten them since AB was on the Patriots.
Damn, yeah, that's bad. No, yeah, they're going to be 0-3. I mean, it's just a matter of time before McDaniel or the GM gets fired because that GM, he traded away some pieces. The tight end and what's his name, Jalen Ramsey. He just made a lot of bad moves. And the team is horrible. So yeah,
they're done. Miami sucking.
Who would you bring in
for the rest of the season? Nobody.
But who would be your outlier to take that spot for next year?
They give Bill Belichick after 1 year and
fucking no. I love Bill, but he's done, bro. That whole
he's
fucking
he can't even coach his college team.
He's
I don't know if he can coach. I don't know if he can coach Pee Wee, bro. I don't know if he can coach his girlfriend's Pee Wee team. Fuck no, bro.
Or what?
His girlfriend's Pee Wee team.
Oh.
Bro,
hey, she's holding the door for all the players.
She's holding something.
For the player, I'm sure one player is all over that, bro. I swear to
God. Just to brag a little bit about the Patriots, good shit. Way to finish out. Play a strong second half. Because for week 1, they didn't play the second half at all. They basically just bent over and let Geno Smith, beat their ass. So this week, I'm just glad they turned it around and they beat him. So 1-1 start, cool, bet. All right, Niners beat the Saints. Mac Jones beat Spencer Rattler. We don't gotta talk about that shit. I'm sorry, we don't. I already told you. Saints are going 0-17. I don't care.
Spencer Rattler.
No. Bills concuss Justin Fields 30-10. Justin Fields had a QBR of 1.
He had like 20 yards in the first half, right?
Yeah, but he went out when it was 30-3.
Yeah,
and he had a QBR of 1. Nah, bro. Cody on the People's Debate was trying to convince people the Jets will be the second best AFC East team. Alex was trying to as well, and I'm like,
I think there's. Are
we sure about that?
I think they're still going to be a pretty good team. They played against the Bills.
Yeah, and the Patriots have owned them for 20 years. You think we're just gonna roll over to them? Crazy stuff. We're sweeping them this year. Don't worry, we are sweeping them this year. That's not a problem. That's
the Bills.
No, the Jets. No, not the Bills. No, the Bills got owned the division. We're not talking about that. No. Seahawks somehow destroyed the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers and the defense is washed.
You gotta talk. You gotta talk your talk, Jeff, on that one.
Well, that's obviously my point right there. Fields tears up Steelers defense, and obviously Steelers defense ain't that deep, Yeah, and that's something underrated on Seattle. Their defense. I for sure didn't know about them until earlier this year, and they're good. Seattle has a good defense.
Yeah, but talk about your Rodgers and your Steelers.
Hold on.
Hey, if it wasn't for a special teams blunder, I think they would have won that game.
Hold on.
Hold on. By 2 scores, not why 1.
No, wait. He threw a pass to somebody's helmet. Luckily, they didn't catch it.
And it was the same dude who picked him off later on when freaking Calvin Austin fell and interrupted Pat's touchdown.
He threw it into double coverage. And it went over his receiver, and they picked him off. And then I remember later in the post game, he talked about him running a wrong route. He ran the wrong route, and I was like, "Oh, it's the same
classic Rodgers."
Yeah. What a fucking
wait! You talk about Canelo deflection. Let's talk about Rodgers deflecting, okay?
Hey, I like Rodgers on the field, and that's it. I don't like anything he says off the field.
I watched that documentary really fuck you up.
Or football related, all right? I don't want to hear him talk. I just want to see him play. But obviously, he can't move, right? Still has his arm.
He needs to get rid of that fucking helmet. If he gets rid of that fucking helmet for once, Jesus Christ. Things will be a lot better.
Bro, it looks like that fucking helmet from that movie Spaceballs.
Big ass.
Yes.
Darth Vader.
Aaron Rodgers has been sacked 7 times in 2 games, fellas. So that O-line's trash. That defense is trash. When they made that trade, Jalen Ramsey for Minkah Fitzpatrick, I was like, that's a trade where both teams lost. And somehow, some way, it's come true early on. So I like it. Seahawks, 31 points. I'm not overthinking it too much. It was a Steelers defense. They're bad. Browns got bent over by the Ravens, 41-17. So Ravens are going to average 40 points per game. Now at this point, it looks like Jesus, guys. Okay, Broncos versus Colts, 28-29. Did the Colts win that game, or did the Broncos lose that game, fellas? Marco, I'll go to you first.
The refs.
The refs?
No way. So that's iconic coming from you.
What do you mean? The refs.
The refs cost the Broncos?
That retry on the field goal. Come on.
You can't do that though.
Yeah, you can't do it. Wait, you're the guy who told me you have to throw the penalty flag if there's a penalty.
No, you do. And honestly, I didn't watch the game, but I did see the highlights, and to me, it looked like I don't know. The Colts feel like they got some momentum, some culture. It looks like they're going. Danny Dimes is doing the Danny Dimes things, looking at his stats. I don't know.
Please don't fall for it. Please don't fall for it.
No. We're not falling for it, but at the same time, it's like, are they? So they're just saying they're a pretender?
No, I've been saying that they're a pretender. I said this is Derek Carr
before again. Go.
Hold up. Hey, the Colts look better than the fucking Texans. I'll tell you that.
They look better than the Bears, bro.
Well, they're not in the same division, so.
I'm just saying.
Do the Colts look better than the Jags without Trevor Lawrence's bullshit?
They probably look better than the Chiefs too.
I wasn't going to say it. What was that?
Do the Colts all around look better than the Jags?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, because I think the Jags should be 2-0. That's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, the Colts look pretty good, man. And Milton was riding on them high this year too. They look good.
Yeah, I heard that story from Derek Carr last year too, bro. I'm not sitting for it. I'm gonna wait 18 weeks. I'm gonna see what he actually does all year long.
That division's up for grabs.
So you're saying like Sam Darnold or something, like when Minnesota last year leaves the Giants and productive, but
I mean that could happen, but I mean Shane Steichen's not been coaching well. They did get better overall. Like getting Charvarius Ward was a big deal. The defense has stepped it up, so I'll give the team credit. I just don't think Danny is going to be the reason why they win the division or win multiple games and all that stuff like that. If anything, I think he loses them games later on. But this is a great start for him. Good for him, right? Like,
yeah.
But I think Broncos lost this game more than the Colts won it. Like, let's be real. Like, if it wasn't for that one penalty, that kick was wide right. Like,
how did Bo Nix play?
Mid, because it was good, and then he threw that pick at the end, and it was bad. So I say mid.
I saw him fighting with Sean Payton in the highlights. I saw him fighting with Sean Payton.
Yeah, this time they didn't win that one.
He was crying.
I'm saying because last time they argued, the Broncos won their game. This time they argued, they lost.
Oh, he probably cried. He's a crybaby. All right, continue.
God. Bo Nix has got what? 4 picks for the season, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, they'll be like 15 this year.
So not a good start for him this year. He's got to clean it up. Troy Franklin is somehow his QB1. I mean, wide receiver 1. Cortland Sutton is nowhere to be found. 1 catch for 6 yards. Holy crap!
He had a shitload of targets too.
I didn't know.
So he wasn't hurt. He wasn't hurt. He played.
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was hurt or something.
No, he was there. So, all right. So then we got Panthers, Cardinals. Okay, Alex, I know you're a Cardinals guy, but that was bad, bro. To let the Carolina Panthers come back into that game, that was bad.
I think the Cardinals are a pretty good team. I don't know. They're a decent team. If you watch the game, they fight to the very end. Even the first game, even though they got spanked, I mean they're still a competitive team.
The Panthers or the Cardinals?
The Panthers. I didn't watch the game, but that was a pretty good game.
Guys, how do y'all feel?
The Panthers are cheats. They're cheats.
I mean, that's the Panthers, right? They always start off horrible, and then they compete. They get a lot of trash points, and Bryce ain't giving up, right? He just keeps going. But yeah, it seems like once the game gets out of hand, that's when they do most of their work.
Brother, they allowed 200 rushing yards. What do you mean they're good last week? Ugh, brother,
they're bad.
I think Bryce Young and McMillan they're going to be a good tandem together, and I called it too during the draft.
No, see, I don't know where your revisionist history is coming from. During the draft, you were talking all hype about CJ Stroud. You are not saying good things about Bryce. Why the fuck are you lying?
Him and McMillan. I'm talking about the receiver, him and McMillan this year.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Bryce.
What are you talking about? I said once he got his receiver, I said they're gonna do good together. Trust me.
Bro, he got like 4 catches and 75 yards in the first like half, and then after that, he stopped throwing it to him. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's your guy.
To be fair, Alex has said that the Cardinals are gonna be good every year.
Hold on.
I'm still waiting.
You're talking about receivers, this and that. You had Stephon Diggs at top 10, and he has nowhere to be found.
It can still happen. It's only
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god!
I got 15 more games to be proven right.
He's too busy. He's too busy on boats.
Nah, he's too busy with that
crap.
He's trying to wash all that shit off, bro.
With that tootsie.
He's lost in Cardi B sauce.
That way.
He's a stick in the mud.
Hey, but he's winning.
Not because of him.
He's winning. You're just mad.
He did put up top 10.
No, he's just mad because he's not performing fantasy.
He put him in top 10. I'm mad because he did put him at top 10, and we all know if one of y'all would have put him in top 10, he would have called you guys out on it.
100%.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
You're wrong.
What's your point? What's your point?
Yeah,
you're wrong. You suck.
Yeah.
You can't be right this time, man.
So Daniel Jones is top 10, Marco?
Huh?
So Daniel Jones is top 10?
Look, I want to say once upon a time, like
you
3 years ago,
don't you fucking lie to me right now.
I did put him like top 15 3 years ago.
Something's wrong with Jose because we were just talking about Diggs. Now
seems like he's forgetting.
No, I'm deflecting. I'm deflecting.
Tell him out on this shit, Marco. Come on, man.
Bro, I was pulling a Canelo, supposedly, according to Jeff. Deflecting. You're Aaron Rodgers. Now, you want to talk about Aaron Rodgers? You are Aaron Rodgers. Deflecting. You're wrong. Say you're wrong.
Hey, let's talk about your deflections. How you blame the Chiefs' loss on fucking Travis Kelce's suit and shorts?
Oh, we haven't talked about that game, right?
That's next. That's what we're talking about now. Okay. America's Game of the Week. Eagles 20, Chiefs 17. 0-2 start, 3 straight losses for Mahomes' Chiefs. Marco, this is your number 1 quarterback in the league. How's he doing?
It'll be all right.
No. How's he doing?
I'll let y'all talk.
I don't know.
I'll let y'all talk. Because when we come back, I mean, he's doing everything for the team. What is he not doing? He's the reason we're winning. Without him, we'd be the worst team in the NFL.
Winning? You haven't won a game yet.
Oh, you know what I meant. He's the only reason we're putting points on the board.
You're not wrong. I would not. The losses are not.
He's literally
on
the
reason.
No, I mean,
they're not on Mahomes.
Suspension, injuries. The second week, I mean, it looked like we got the defense better equipped compared to that week 1. The way we came out that game, we got no running game. We got none. Pacheco is lost. Pacheco is missing, and I don't think he's going to be back anytime soon. So, hopefully, we can make some moves. I think hopefully in the running back position. I also think that our rushers have not been doing a good job either, getting to the quarterback. I mean, we've been struggling on that end too. We have some guys hurt, Minihue and other guys that are not there that we need. So.
How could you say your rushers are not good though? I mean, Jalen Hurts didn't do nothing.
Well, I don't think that's on. I think that's on their passing game, not so much on what we were doing.
I think y'all's edge rushers are pretty damn good.
I don't even think I think we sacked them twice.
15. I think he completed 15 passes. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, they got no passing game.
Yeah, so I mean,
they got no pass. I think that's a more of a scheming issue they're having problems with. I don't know what's going on.
It's a new OC. I'm not liking his tactics right now.
If it wasn't for the tush push, they lose that game.
I mean, if it wasn't for Kelce giving the ball to the defender either,
the Eagles lose that game. Wear that stupid fucking suit with shorts. Get your fucking head in the game, guy.
Bro, he's been hanging out with Pat McAfee. That's his style. You know what we're
No,
talking
dude.
about?
I mean, I don't know.
It's crazy though. You saw the way he tried to catch the ball. Kind of like
Alex, talk to him.
And I hate that. And I
The
love this
newborn.
about Pat.
Is he-
This about Pat, but I hate it too. It's like he'll never slander one of his receivers like Aaron Rodgers. Like Pat came out and defended him and was like, "Oh, I should have thrown it. I should have thrown it a little bit earlier for him. I should have done this. I should have done that." It's like,
damn, I don't
He
know
needs to
why I
take-
thought you were gonna do the Kermit sound. I was like, oh damn it, he's gonna do it. No, never mind.
no, I don't know how to do it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, but let everybody talk. It's the end. I sit back, relax. We'll see what happens.
Jeff is Thursday night, not Thursday night, Sunday against the Giants. Is this a must win for the Chiefs?
Yeah, and they'll get it done. They're playing the Giants. Yeah, it is. But talking about that game, you were talking about Philly, why they couldn't pass on Dallas, and I think it's because, like what you just said about scheming, it's not their scheme to be passing. They're playing a different game. You know what I mean? They have their little playbook of like 15 plays, and they just run them. They just chew the clock down. Hurts he don't care that he don't throw over 100 yards a game. They're just like that old school smash mouth football. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's not pretty to watch. I thought they could beat KC.
Oh no,
by-
Nick Sirianni's a mastermind. That's what they make it out to be. It's so
Yeah,
fucking annoying. I
I
can't
think they-
stand Nick Sirianni, bro.
I think they could have beat the Chiefs by a bigger
Such a
margin.
douchebag.
But it's like I don't know. They're just playing a different game. They're not that fun to watch, right? But give it to KC for keeping it close with them all banged up and suspensions and everything. I think KC's fine. They just got to get some of their players back. But right there.
By the way,
it's
how
gonna be a
stupid
while.
was it that they wore free 4 shirts? It was stupid. You gotta admit it was really stupid to wear that Rashid Rice free him shirt. Like that was pretty stupid.
Yeah, they shouldn't be doing that for what he did.
Like motherfucker almost became Henry Ruggs the fourth. Like
Yeah.
chill out.
All right.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that stuff, bro. But
Yeah,
how many Nick Sirianni look fucking like a genius? That pisses me off. There's something that pisses me off is that right now Nick Sirianni's like a genius. It just makes me so mad, bro.
If it makes you feel better,
That
I don't
dude's
think
a
any.
dumbass.
If it makes you feel better, I don't think anyone's got the Eagles going back to the Super Bowl at this rate.
No, they're not.
So, here's the thing: everybody's talking crap about KC, but KC hasn't had a clean game, and they still are in there to the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Chargers had to play a perfect game to beat them by a touchdown. They played terrible against Philadelphia, and Philadelphia just squeaked by. I know that last touchdown was like maybe how Jeff calls it what are those touchdowns called, the garbage time, but it was still pretty close to the very end. Then going back to that Dallas and Eagles game, dude. Most of those runs that came from Jalen Hurts were not design runs; they were design passes. The Cowboys played a lot of man-to-man, and so every time Jalen would see that, he would run. There was nobody open, so the whole narrative they're trying to change the scheme. They were trying to throw the ball against Dallas. I think he had 8 or 9 runs. Those were all design passing plays, and I think that, like in that game, they held Saquon to I think under 60 yards, and then Jalen Hurts' 60 yards came from broken plays. So they're trying to throw the ball against Dallas. They couldn't do it. Jalen Hurts can't do it.
Yeah.
No. There's my spit on that Jalen Hurts thing.
Well, let's see. Hey guys, I also said AJ Brown would be a top 10 wide receiver, and he's got a total of 35 yards this season. So starting out there,
He's on any other team. That guy is
balling.
lighting it up. Yep.
So your digs taking ain't looking too bad now then.
No, exactly. If AJ Brown's up there when everyone said he was a top 5 guy, then I'm good.
Yeah, no, Stefan's digging. He's digging for sure, digging himself a hole he's in right now.
Devontae Smith's the leading receiver right now. All right, let's move on. Falcons, Vikings. Man, JJ McCarthy doesn't look good right now. 7 bad quarters, and he's gonna be out for 2 to 4 weeks. So fun. Falcons, competitive, cool. Buccaneers.
Boring game.
Oh yeah, boring. Field goals all night.
Hey, Penix doesn't look bad though.
But he doesn't look great.
He doesn't look great, but
it's I.
with that Atlanta team, he looks better than what Kirk was doing.
Well, Kirk couldn't move because it was his first year back from the
He looks ugly, right, when he throws it from that left position.
Looks so ugly. It's like Tua. It's like Tua the garbage.
That's fair. Probably the second best game of the weekend was Buccaneers versus Texans, and the Texans can't move the damn ball. CJ Stroud is inaccurate as hell.
Man, what a letdown game that was. How it started off badass. Nico touchdown. What's his name? How do you say his name?
Hey,
Ibuka,
two good defenses.
touchdown. And then nothing, dude. Like for the rest of the game until they missed the field goal. Of course, they scored a touchdown, and man,
the final two, three drives. Yeah,
watching Baker, the two man, like Baker is man. It's nice to watch him. But damn, what a boring game. Besides that,
two good defenses. Also, Buccaneers once they start getting healthy, especially on the O line, they start getting some people back. That's my dark horse for the year. That's for sure my dark horse for the year.
Just so y'all know, I said it'd be Marco's not gonna agree with this half. It'd be Ravens versus Buccaneers in the Super Bowl.
Damn. We didn't do those predictions this year, right?
With Harbaugh.
We didn't do anything with predictions. No.
Yeah, I think the Rams, if Stafford can stay healthy all year, will be up there.
I don't think that's much of a dark horse though. That's like
I have Rams and Bucks in the NFC Championship game.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
If Stafford's
I like that. Yeah.
I don't have Eagles getting past the divisional round. If the way they're looking right now, they're not gonna get past wild card round.
Well, with the tush push, they will, and false starts on the tush push, they will.
It might
false starts.
It might be the last year of the tush push.
Yeah, you know what? I was all for keep the tush push, and then I started doing looking at everything. I'm like, dude, this tush push is whack.
You know what? When my goat says it's time for it to go, it's time for it to go.
Oh, God.
Hey, he's the one that had to do the broadcast, and
you saw that cheating ass shit that he does. He goes into those meetings with the opponent teams, and then he goes to his team.
Piece of shit.
What you worried about?
Hey,
what does he need to uncover about the Bears in week 4?
Marco,
what does he need to work?
Your guy won't do that.
No,
your guy wouldn't do that. I know your guy.
No.
Fair and square.
His guy will go get people knocked up with celebrity singers. That's what he's gonna do. That's what he's gonna do.
Well,
they did say he was dating Sydney Sweeney.
Damn.
Ooh.
That boy.
Who? Oh, Tom.
That boy rolling deep, bro.
I think that was a one night hook.
Nah, I'm jealous of Herbert, dog. I would go back and become a fucking quarterback if I knew my price was Madison. Oh my God, dude.
Justin Herbert, he's ugly as fuck too.
You mean
he's doing a good
Fox
job.
2.0?
Yeah, dude, I love that girl. Yeah, I'm so jealous.
You got too much makeup, bro.
So jealous.
I'm like,
but you know,
she's bad.
It seems like Patrick, he'll get your receiver hurt, right? He hurt his receiver last year. Then Kelsey hurt the receiver this year. That's the worst thing.
Kelsey's had the worst first 2 weeks to start, bro.
They're saying we may get Tyreek. We might bring him back to the building. Look, I won't be against it.
You don't got enough cap for that. You have to get rid of a lot of shit.
We can get rid of some stuff around.
You need to pay. You got $2 million available, and you need to get 30 to get him.
No, I'm just kidding. I would say if it was, I think it is possible though. Veach has done some crazier things.
Trade Kelsey to Miami.
I do want. What I would want more though, someone like Alvin Kamara.
Okay, so what I told the guys last week was if Kenneth Walker was not going to be used anymore by Seattle, y'all can get him, and that would be a good run game. But he put up 100 yards this past week, so that's probably out of the picture. But
it is a shame though that Casey hasn't got a running back. I mean, they've been needing a running back for like 3 years.
No, Pacheco's been pretty.
Pacheco's been great until last year when he got hurt.
Yeah, until he got hurt, then that running game really started to dwindle a lot.
Bro,
and it might because I feel like he just gets he just get caught in there. He's not shifty enough. Like he's just like a bowling ball that just gets stopped, and he's like for your short gaining, and not even that. Like he's been terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
They needed a running back.
But we need a running back.
Maybe I could trade for Najee Harris. from the Chargers.
I don't want Najee Harris.
By the way, okay,
Juju and Najee reunion.
Alex, Chargers look good, but the run game has not been established yet. I'm worried about that. How are you feeling?
I think they're fooling everybody because I don't think they're trying to establish the running game. Everybody's loading up the box and they're letting Justin just throw. Even game one that fooled everybody in game one. KC loaded up the box and they just let him fling it. Jim didn't really call out a running plays.
How many times did he throw it last game?
I think
It looks more balanced though than the last couple of years.
30.
Last week against y'all?
I said last couple. It looks last couple of years. It looks more balanced.
Well, last year they started off running.
Because he used to throw it like 50 times a game.
He used to throw like 500, 600 a season, and then last year was down to like 450.
Yeah.
Like Jim really cut it back. But then but this year they're not establishing the run game. They're establishing Justin early.
Mm-hmm.
And Johnston is looking like fucking wide receiver one out there crazy, right? Who would have thought that?
I don't know what that defense though. Derwin James always. Oh my god, dude. They got some guys back there, dude.
Who are you hoping? Good. Who are you hoping wins next week? Broncos or Chargers?
To be honest, I think the Chargers are going to steamroll them. But I would want Broncos to win just to kind of. Yeah, I think the Chargers win by. I think the Chargers win. I bet you anything, the line's gonna open like at 3.5. They're probably gonna win by a touchdown or more.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's close out the episode right now, and let's just go and pick 'ems right now. Obviously, our real pick 'ems, we can change it if we want, but right now, let's pick the predictions right now for week 3. So week 3 predictions: Dolphins at Bills.
Bills.
Agree. Packers at Browns.
Packers.
Agree. Colts at Titans. Sneaky.
Colts at Titans.
Yeah, I gotta go Colts right now.
Yeah, I'll go Colts.
Shit, I'll be different for fun. Give me Tennessee.
I don't think the Colts have beaten. I think the Colts have only beaten them once or twice in the past 5 years in Tennessee.
And they are the favorites, even though they're the away team. Backup quarterback versus backup quarterback. Bengals at Vikings.
Bengals.
I'm going Vikings, only because their defense is.
Who's their backup quarterback?
I think Carson Wentz lights it up.
Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning.
Vikings, give me
it. Is
Vikings.
No,
Carson Wentz is gonna light it up. Carson Wentz is gonna light it up. Yeah, bro.
Carson Wentz is still playing.
Hey, leave him alone.
Out of here, dog.
Hey, you got a shot, Jeff.
I didn't know he was still in the league.
Carson Wentz.
You know what? Because it is Carson Wentz, give me the Bengals.
Yeah.
Wentz is horrible. Like bad.
Give me the Vikings.
At least Brownie has establishment with his receivers, bro. Oh, it's funny.
Just throw it up to Justin Jefferson. He's out there somewhere.
All right. Jordan S will be back in week 4, so look out for that.
There you go.
Steelers at Patriots.
Patriots.
I got the Steelers.
Yeah, me too.
The fuck wrong with y'all? Give me the Patriots. Which is funny because the Pittsburgh Steelers are the favorites, the betting odd favorites to win this one. So, but we beat them last year, so I'm picking the Patriots. Rams at Eagles. I'm going Rams from the jump. I'm just saying that.
Rams at Eagles.
Fuck Joe Wentz and fuck Nick Sirianni.
Yeah,
fucking hate Nick Sirianni.
That's gonna be a tough one to pick, but I'll go with Rams.
I like it because they were close to beating. They're the closest team to beat them in the playoffs last year, and they look good right now.
Yeah,
Puka's gonna go crazy against that secondary.
Yeah, and until Jalen can get something going in the passing game. There's no passing touchdowns, by the way. Just so
fucking garbage bag.
No receiving touchdowns. Jets at Buccaneers.
It's a fucking waste of space.
All right, let me repeat that. Jets at Buccaneers.
Tampa.
All right, Raiders at Commies. Maybe without Jaden Daniels.
Who's the backup?
That's a good question.
I have no idea.
I got the Raiders.
I'll go Raiders.
Even if
Marcus now? Marcus.
Damn.
Is it Marcus?
Oh, Mariota. You probably right.
Is it Mariota? Yeah.
Mariota.
Give me the commies.
Even Jaden's playing, it's the Raiders are gonna beat them.
Maybe this will finally be the Ashton Genty game because
Dude.
that dude is a bit. They have not even using him. Just
I've been telling you, man. It's
He gets tackled every 5 seconds.
It's not fucking Boise. Everybody was all high on him. I was like, this motherfucker ain't gonna translate to the NFL, right?
well, they
I
have
don't remember you saying that.
11
carries.
he did say that. 11 carries though. 11 carries is not enough. You need more.
Give him the ball.
Well, fucking tell Tom Brady. God damn.
He's not the coach.
He's up there at the press.
He's in the meetings.
Hey,
God damn.
He's not calling the
fucking
plays.
cheater.
That's why Gino had such a bad game. He had Tom Brady in his head.
Wait. He's a cheater and they still lose.
Can't even cheat right. God damn.
He's calling the Bears game this weekend, and I think the Bears play the Raiders in Week 4. So.
Yeah. So they're,
You think he'll get all the secrets?
Yeah.
So,
that's
what
that's
kind
so
of nail
cool.
polish is Caleb wearing this week?
They were talking about that. Like, he called the Commanders game. I think they play the Commanders later on. Whose game did he call last week?
The Chiefs and Eagles.
Did he?
Oh,
Oh, he did.
Before.
Yeah, America's game of the week. Yeah,
I don't know. Something about like every game he's calling, he's going to be in the production meetings, and then his team's playing them, and he's also in their team meetings, in the Raiders team meetings.
Well, he's not calling Raiders versus Eagles or Raiders versus Chiefs this week, so you're fine.
All right, go.
All right, everyone say the picks. Oh.
Raiders.
I'll pick the Raiders. Yeah, that's fine.
I got Raiders.
Falcons at Panthers. Give me Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons.
Yeah.
Falcons defense is really good.
Falcons.
Yeah, Bryce Young is struggling to get that freaking. He's gonna be gone next year at this rate. Texans at Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Damn. At Jags.
Texans are stick a fork in them.
I'm gonna take the Jaguars here. I'm gonna take the Jaguars.
I'll go Houston.
Yeah, Jaguars find a way to lose. Give me the Texans. They're gonna be hurt. They're gonna be mad.
All right, Broncos at Chargers.
Chargers.
Give me the Broncos.
I agree. I'm going Broncos.
Dude, I don't know, man. Bo versus that defense, though. That's gonna be good.
Well, I hope PS2 is fine.
Bo Nix is not even gonna know what to do.
Because after he got hurt,
Khalil Mack might be out though.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix might throw 3 picks.
Yeah, he's got he's gonna be out for a few weeks.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. Saints at Seahawks. Seahawks.
Yeah.
My agenda lives on 0-17 Saints.
Saints at Oh yeah, I got Seahawks.
I
had to think about that
one. Cowboys at Bears.
Game of the week.
Yeah. Give me the boys.
Dak might
Give
win
me the boys.
Dak might win MVP in this game.
Oh my god. Of the game, yes.
The toilet bowl MVP?
Dude,
another toilet bowl.
The fucking the toilet bowl. Your team's playing another 0-2 team. That's a toilet bowl. 0-2 versus 0-2.
That's Sunday Night Football to you, Alex.
You're 0-2 too.
Yeah, but we're not playing an 0-2 team.
You could have been. You could have
been. Yeah, they beat the team that
the kicker beat the team
that this guy's team's playing against. So that's toilet bowl is considered when 2 teams are really bad. 0-2. So rest my case there. I think the Cowboys are gonna get the job done against the Bears.
Matt Eberflus gets his revenge on Chicago.
Oh damn! I forgot about that. Never mind. The Bears will beat Matt Eberflus.
that Matt.
Yeah. They got Sam Warren playing middle linebacker.
So is that your pick, the Bears?
Yeah, I picked the Bears. I forgot.
He's like, you know what, Matt Eberflus sucks. He gives up so many points. And Matt Eberflus' defense already given up 61 points this season.
That's tough.
Cardinals versus 49ers. 2-0 versus 2-0.
Super Bowl.
At 49ers, I'll go with the 49ers.
Agree. Mac Jones better than Kyler Murray.
I go Cardinals because
I go Cardinals.
Mac Jones is a garbage bag.
Bro, and if he outduels Kyler Murray, no one's gonna let you live down. I'll tell you right now.
Everybody's gonna tell me that he's a better quarterback when he's under center 5,000 times and handing the ball off and maybe 1 or 2 play action passes.
Yeah, he's like Ryan Tannehill when he was with the Titans, basically.
Hey,
And what looks like the third cheapest ticket sales game of the week? It's Chiefs at Giants.
damn.
Tickets as low as $68.
No way.
And MetLife? At MetLife, though.
Let's go, Marco. Shit. Fuck.
Bro, I might. Let's go. I'll get you a flight. Let's go.
They're burnt out of KC in New York.
Deadass, I'll get you a flight.
Fuck.
Let's go. Y'all want to go? Let's go.
What do you mean, you people?
But yeah, so I'll take KC. They're gonna beat them. Russell Wilson.
I'll pick the Giants.
He's a fucking liar.
I'm just kidding.
I heard it. And I was like,
I'm
"Ooh."
not counting them out.
D-man.
I am not counting them out, though. I'm not saying that we can't go 0-3.
If you start 1-3, is it bad?
Yeah.
All right, because you got the Ravens week 4. Just throwing it out there.
Holy shit.
I think Worthy will be back.
Don't worry, Travis will get the other shoulder this time.
Oh my God.
And the main event of the weekend, the best game I think will happen. Lions at Ravens.
Damn.
Ravens gonna smack that asshole.
Yeah, I got the Ravens.
Give me the Ravens.
And so when's that? Monday night or what is
Monday
that?
night.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
Ravens will put up 40 points again.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's all I'll go with.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Chiefs. I picked the Chiefs. If I didn't say it.
Yeah, I didn't get to pick that game, but
All right, pick it.
I picked the Chiefs.
See, this is all Jose's plan trying to come back on me, and I pick him. That's all it is.
I'm only down by 2. Hey, did Marco pay you for this week and Alex pay you for last
Oh
week?
no, I haven't
Still
paid him.
$5.
I was the loser.
Yeah, you were the loser this week.
What?
You picked the Colts right, but that was
Yeah, everything else was wrong.
I went. Yeah, I went like I did a lot of risky ones.
Hey, you picked the Chiefs. Who does that? Just kidding. Hey, you got the Patriots, right? I'm
Y'all
proud of you.
funny, man. Just remember.
real funny, real funny.
Y'all just remember. We're talking about them being in the Super Bowl.
Hey,
game.
I get to tease you
We're
about it
tired
the
of
same way
it.
I was teased for about it a long time. All right, you're fine. You're fine. Relax.
Hey, but Alex, I was telling them that that Canelo fight with Crawford.
That's my time for go.
It was the biggest beatdown I've seen until the next day Detroit played Chicago.
What are you talking about? There was a beatdown earlier in the week.
Who?
We all know.
Who?
We might get canceled.
Oh
Hey.
my God! Yeah. See, I can't. I'm trying to get fired.
What are you talking
about?
That's what we're going with. We're not saying that. No, Alex, you cannot go there. Stop,
Hey, edit that out. Everybody getting fired.
bro. Don't.
Oh my God.
I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, who is he talking
Nah, Alex went too far there. He went too far.
What did he say?
about?
What did he say?
We'll tell you later.
No, yeah, we're not talking about this here, bro.
This
What are you
is
talking
Puro
about, bro?
Pinche Sports.
Not Puro Pinche canceled. God. We're gonna Puro Pinche Sports because of that shit.
Hey,
God damn, Alex.
hold on. Wait. Hey, I'm not this side. I'm not this side. I don't give a fuck.
I'm glad he's finally caught up, Marco.
Yeah.
I'm not this side. I'm not that side.
I don't think you needed to bring that up though at all.
No, but
way.
he was
No,
like, hey.
Stop.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to give me a low blow because of one of my teams. I was like, man, who's he talking about? I did not think we were going to go there.
That's the team you're going after Jeff Ford? He's not even on that team. Sure
He looks like he's on that team.
Yeah, that's
he's
straight.
Spaniard. He's one of us.
Hey, wait, what are you, Jeff? Because you're talking all this shit about Canelo. Like, are you Mexican or not?
So that's the thing. So just because I'm Mexican, I have to root for Canelo.
Thank you.
What is that? I don't know. I just
I kid with Jeff about
The
him being
pride and
white,
soul
right?
of Mexico.
No, because look,
I kid
look,
with
hold
Jeff
on,
about being
hold
a
on.
skinhead.
Hold on, Marco.
What?
If you're Mexican, do you go for Argentina?
Fuck no.
So that's why he's fucking throwing me off.
Yeah.
Why go for
look,
Argentina too?
It's
So-
like you actually. What?
So-
Wait,
Hold on.
You
Mexicans,
you hate Mexicans, bro.
he does.
You hate Mexicans, bro.
He likes Messi. He likes Argentina.
Hey,
No, you hate Mexicans.
Jeff lives the closest to the Alamo.
Yeah. Hey, Triple G, what is on pro Ukraine or something? Like I just like who I like. Aaron Rodgers, you know,
hey, Argentinians, they
Bro,
like
you're
that.
anti-Mexican,
Stephon
bro.
Marbury. I just like what I like. You know, just
You're anti-Mexican, bro.
Guys,
like I said,
Manu over Kobe. You know where he's at.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
So no, look. So
Argentinian.
look, I tell people I'm Mexican American, right? Because that's what I am. But yeah, so my mom's maiden name is Martinez. My dad's Lujan, right? And there's like I don't know if I haven't heard the story, but yeah, supposedly that my dad, this is my verbal history. My great grandpa, 8 brothers left Argentina, and 2 of them made it to the States back in the day.
That's fucking bullshit, Jeff. That's a made-up story,
Thank
Jeff.
you.
That's what everybody tells me now. They're like, your dad's lying to you. Dude, my dad.
Jeff, you're Spaniard
I've never
too.
seen
Yeah.
anybody
You don't know,
born
yeah.
in Argentina,
If you look up
bro.
Lujan,
You mean you, papi? We're Spaniard.
look, if you look up Lujan, it comes from
Shut
Argentina.
the
But yeah,
fuck up, Jose. You look more Mexican than me, bro. Shut the fuck up.
it originates in Spain. It really does, Lujan.
Do you
But
do you have family
but
history,
dude,
bro? You find out
you
something.
go to Buenos Aires. You see a Lujan zoo.
Bro, you
there's
can't even
Lujan
say
churches.
Buenos Aires.
Yeah, they're Mexican American.
Buenos tardes, güey.
So wait. Is it like so? Like my last name is my last name is Aztec. Does that mean I'm like Aztec then? I'm an
You're
Aztec.
Mexican.
Yeah, where were they? Where
What's your last name?
De la Cruz.
No, I know.
Fuck
But I
outta
know
here.
your last. But what'd you say it's from?
It's Aztec.
You came here via boat, Alex. All right, that's what you need
I
to
mean,
know.
my last name is Monreal. That's actually from Spain, but
Good fucking
Mexican.
hell. I was gonna call ice
We're-
on us just for
We're all
fucking-
Spaniards.
Mexican.
We're all Spaniards except for Alex.
That's
for
why
sure.
I fucking brought up the first thing. That's why.
well,
That's
I
what
did an
you said, Mexicans.
ancestry.
Huh?
I did my ancestry.
You're 5% black.
Oh, you did?
I'm
Well,
20.
anyways-
I'm 25% Spanish.
Anyways,
What did you get at me for?
hold on,
You look
wait.
more Mexican than anybody,
Jeff-
bro.
Jeff-
You're fucking saying you're Spaniard.
Jeff
little
literally
hate.
Jeff literally had to wait 15 years to say if Canelo fell off.
Hey, dude, when did he lose? He lost to that one dude. He tried to
Bro,
go up
Hold
to
on.
the weight
Oh wait,
divisions and lost.
I was hoping he brought that one up.
Who did he lose to?
Yeah.
Bivol, Marco, when did you graduate? 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
No, Canelo lost to Bivol on
Oh.
Marco's graduation day.
Okay.
That's why I
4
bring it
years
up.
ago.
Hold on. Not even only that, he moved up weight classes just to fight him.
Like
And
Crawford.
and
We brought this up earlier, Alex. We talked about this already.
Oh my
It
god.
was like 4 years ago.
We didn't
I
rant
know,
about
I
it.
know.
Jeff's
And
not
Marco
throwing it back.
said it's not that hard to move up weight classes and to do what Crawford did. That's what Marco said.
That's a
So-
completely
I
different
don't wanna
story,
hear it.
bro. That's a
I don't
completely
wanna
different
hear
story.
it.
Bivol's like
Bro, look at-
6'5".
Bro, Jeff, Jeffrey, you need fucking help, bro. Now that
Yeah,
I'm starting to connect the dots a little bit, like actually connect them. You don't like Canelo. So he likes Argentina, but not Mexico. Definitely hates
But
Mexicans.
he has Argentinian blood. That's what
But
he's
he
saying.
don't like. He don't like Kobe. So you don't like black people or Mexicans, bro.
You
might
gotta look
be
at
the
this way.
Trey.
How close are you and James?
Like I
Well,
said, I don't like.
hold on.
I don't
How
like
close are you
arrogant.
with Trey? How close are you with Trey? That's
He's
enough. That's
closer. He's
yeah.
close to Trey.
That's
Yeah, bro.
No, Trey's 5% black.
Yeah,
That's
Trey's
He's
Irish.
5% Cambodian
What's
or
Trey?
something like
Irish?
that.
I think Trey's Irish, and I don't know
He's
about
clearly
Trey.
Irish.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding, Jeff. But you for have something against Mexicans, bro.
Nah, I like underdogs, and I
No,
don't know.
it's hey, be honest with me. It's your neighbors, right?
No, look, the Spurs raised me, right? You win, and you don't be arrogant about it. You know, you don't go buy a $1 million watch.
Messi's
You know,
Messi's in the MLS more
You
arrogant than
stay
nobody.
in San Antonio.
He's selling players.
you
No,
know.
no. Fuck that. Messi's selling people in the MLS that don't never be in the Argentinian national team because they're playing in the MLS, telling them they fucking suck, and because
They
he
do.
lost the other day, they lost him in the Leagues Cup or whatever. And he was telling that kid, he was
Hey.
like a 19, 20-year-old kid, that he was never gonna make it into the national team as long as he was on the national team.
He's right.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Jose,
It won't be
Did-
long.
did-
You won't be
did-
for the World Cup. What's up?
did you go to that Spurs thing this weekend?
No, it's actually football.
Are
You're
you
not
sure
the only
you-
one. You're not the only one to ask me that. I was
Yeah,
like,
you-
look, if I was at
Libre?
the auditions, I would have shut that thing down. I would have taken over that whole motherfucking shit.
So now
Y'all don't
so
want
now
me there. Y'all wouldn't be
So
able to
we
be
got
on Puro like
Jeff. We got Jeff as Spurs Jesus. And now we got Jose as Nacho Libre.
No, whoa. I have my luchador name. It's Spurs man.
You saw that? That was
And
nice.
Wait.
And that's another person I hate. Spurs Jesus. Can't stand him. Get him out of my life. I can't stand Spurs.
He's Mexican too.
Oh, I can't stand that guy.
Jeff is Mr. Spurs Clean. That's what he is.
Hold on.
Spurs
During the World Cup, Jeff, I'm gonna see what you say, and you better make sure you say it with some class. You gotta be careful with what you say.
So Jeff, since you bid on one of the games in Mexico, what if it's Argentina versus Mexico? Who are you going for?
Yeah, I don't want to die. You know, probably, I'll go, like in a neutral color shirt, and just go watch the game. I'm not gonna die over this stuff. I do want to go to Monterrey for a game, but I don't care. I don't care who's playing. I just want to go to that.
I hope
state
Mexico
for-
don't fucking draw Argentina in the group.
I hope we do.
I hope we don't. Our team doesn't look good.
Hey, well, Canelo was real involved in the World Cup last year, and you know what he told him, right? He went to the locker room and he goes, "Hey, just wait till Messi's 40, and then play him and beat him. You don't play him at his prime. You play him when he's 40."
So stupid. You're fucking stupid.
He really went and told him that.
He's like, guys, don't try today.
That's
Try
fake
in
news,
4
bro.
years.
You never
Try
told
4
me
years.
that.
So Canelo's plan is going to work this year because
They don't have to say manager. They don't even have to say.
He said he
half
also
the
told
roster's
him
gone.
run around like Mayweather and you fucking do something.
That's all they do.
There's people on
That's all they do is run.
and Canelo's not doing this, Jeff. But there are people out there saying that fucking Crawford was a track star. I'm just throwing that out there on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that shit, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think he ran like a 9 point something on his 100, so it's 100-meter dash.
All right, guys, I'm out of here.
All right, fellas. Guys, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the good stuff at Puro Pinche Sports. Guys, check out next week. We'll come up with some new shit. Don't know what. Enjoy the weekend. Stay safe out there. Be puro pinche crazy like Jeff. Good Lord, have mercy.
yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Later.
Later.
Later.